We have summer now, but not a lot.
Everyone here? Well, let's get right into it. We have to figure out exactly where we stand in this war. As you all know, the Empire has taken the Great Bridge of Myrddin. The Imperial Army now occupies what was formerly House Phlegethon territory.
Because why not?
House Gloucester has surrendered to them as well.
Doubtless an agonizing decision on my father's part.
House Ordelia, to the east of the bridge, has also vowed not to take up arms against the Empire.
Odd choice, but okay.
We had precious little in the way of arms in the first place. You have my deepest apologies.
You don't have to apologize, Lythseia. Count Ordelia did what anyone would have done.
And now
Makes
Lawrence
sense,
and
yeah.
Lythseia can't even go back home.
Poor Lythseia.
That's not all. After the battle, the Imperial Army crossed Gloucester territory and attacked Garreg Mach. Rhea and the rest of the Central Church have apparently fled to the kingdom for sanctuary.
Well, good for them.
Then I suppose none of us will be able to visit our old school anytime soon.
I hope no one from the church was hurt.
There's no point in worrying about it now, but they're all tougher than you think.
Now that the monastery has fallen, the front lines are rapidly expanding north. It won't be long before Deirdre is within their reach. And if our capital falls, the Alliance goes with it. We have to stop them there, no matter the cost.
That all sounds well and good, but how large of an army will you even be able to raise at this point?
I don't think House Edmund will be able to send more troops. I'm sorry.
Which means House Goneril is the last of the 5 great lords upon whom we can rely.
I'm not so sure the combined forces of Houses Regan and Goneril will be enough to hold off the whole Empire.
We'll just have to work with what we've got. And let's not forget the hero of Daphnel.
Who?
He speaks of Judith, the head of House Daphnel. She was once counted among the 5 great lords.
We can definitely count on her. It helps that she seems to really like Claude for some reason.
But we can't expect much from her in terms
That's
of
just being
sheer
inappropriate,
numbers.
right?
Any chance the kingdom could send troops?
I doubt they'll have any to spare. They've just started engaging the Empire themselves over in the west of Fargus. And besides, I'm not sure how much we can really trust them. I still have no idea what's going on in Dimitri's head.
Well, we
Just
have an
kill,
idea of how big
kill,
our army's gonna
kill.
be, if nothing else. What's the plan?
I'm still working that out. For now, all we can do is hold our ground and fight with everything we've got.
You can always count on me. And my muscles.
Thanks, Raphael. That unfounded confidence of yours is like music to my ears.
Yes, Raphael, you're
Lady Rhea,
badass.
Sedith, I'm relieved you both made it out unharmed. It appears we arrived just in time.
You have our utmost thanks for aiding in our
Okay, now
retreat,
that's a
Your
thumbnail
Majesty.
shot, if anything.
I can only apologize for
Not
the
the
trouble
previous
we
one.
may have caused your outfit.
King Dimitri, I cannot express just how grateful I am to you and all the fine people of Fargus.
The honor is mine. Your order provided me with immeasurable aid during my ascension to the throne. My citizens would have branded me a heathen had I not returned the favor.
And now it seems we are the ones who owe a debt. The Church shall provide whatever assistance it can to your efforts.
If you see it prudent, I have no objection to placing the Knights of our Order under Kingdom command.
Thank you both. While it pains me to qualify our hospitality, this kingdom is not a wealthy one, neither in goods nor provisions. I fear we may struggle to compensate your soldiers, or even to feed them.
You needn't trouble yourself with such concerns. Your generous offer of shelter will be more than enough.
Okay.
Very well. We've lingered here long enough. Let us make for Ferdiad. There's much to discuss. The Church, the Kingdom, and the battles to come.
Okay, Dimitri, you're going crazy.
It seems the Leicester campaign is proceeding
Oh, hi,
smoothly.
Elgard.
Indeed. Count Gloucester's timely surrender allowed us to advance with minimal casualties. Ferdinand's battalion is tightening the noose around House Regan's territory as we speak. The Minister of Military Affairs is making the necessary preparations to move his forces into the Alliance as well.
Once Count Burgalius takes the field, we won't have anything to worry about on that front.
Yes. And at the moment, we have little choice but to divert most of our military might to our conflict with Fargus on the Western Front. I fear Count Rowe's abrupt change in allegiance will have only served to further provoke the Kingdom's army.
Ah, yes, him. He disregarded our timetable and launched an attack on the Kingdom without our approval. And in doing so, has done nothing but make trouble for the Empire. Still, we can hardly afford to abandon him.
We have led our vassals to believe the Empire will always come to their aid. What a troublesome policy that has turned out to be.
Troubling policy. Say
may
that
be
5
irksome,
times fast,
but
I
we will
dare you.
not fail to honor it. Dispatch immediate reinforcements to Count Rowe.
Understood. And what message shall I send to Count Burgalius?
I'm still a little wary of the Alliance's plans, but tell him we leave matters in his capable hands.
Well, that's a good start, isn't it?
Golden Wildfire. The Golden Guardian. After Count Gloucester's surprising defection, the Empire's invasion of Leicester begins in earnest. The Alliance Roundtable unravels, and the region descends further into chaos. Yet the Alliance does not yield. Claude takes command and rallies his comrades, insisting that so long as they can withstand the Imperial onslaught on Regan territory, they will survive.
Okay, Claude's always optimistic, which I love.
That's where things are. It's only a matter of time before the Imperial army marches on Regan territory.
Once again, Margrave Edmund is only offering financial support instead of troops.
But I don't have that shirt, please.
My apologies. I'll do all I can on the front lines in my adoptive father's stead.
And on top of that, he sent his adorable daughter to risk her life on the battlefield. Unbelievable.
I'm so sorry for the trouble.
You have nothing to apologize for. The blame rests squarely on your father's shoulders. Mark my words, the next time I see him.
I think we get the picture, Judith. Save that fire for the battlefield. We're finally free of Count Gloucester and his overbearing pompousness. You don't need to go filling his shoes.
Isn't that exactly why you called me here? If I'm to fill his seat, I assume I also get his right to complain.
Not
Honestly,
really.
what's going on? The Alliance is facing an unprecedented crisis, and these great lords can't even show up to their own roundtable.
House Ordelia has no ability to resist the Empire, given our location and lack of military power. Were my father to take his seat at the Round Table now, the Empire might interpret it as a show of defiance.
I take it that means House Ordelia won't be contributing to the Alliance in any way.
Well, no, he
Two
kind
of the five
betrayed
great
us?
lords have
No.
effectively forfeited their seats.
It was Glasgow who
Why
betrayed
not
us.
fill Ordelia's chair with someone like Viscount Seward?
Not happening. Can you imagine the fuss Albany and Burgundy would kick up when they learned we only asked Seward to participate? Those three houses have always been treated as equals. Besides, I doubt Viscount Burgundy could come even if we did invite him.
House Burgundy's circumstances are much the same as House Ordelia's. In fact, their position may be even worse than ours.
How are we supposed to stop the Empire like this? House Goneril was supposed to swoop in and save our skins, and even they couldn't bother to attend.
True,
Leave it to
true.
my brother to eat some bad mushrooms just before an important meeting.
Oh, he's high.
Don't you make excuses for him. If Holst couldn't make it, then the Duke should have come himself.
House Goneril has already pledged their full support. They're not the problem here.
Then why waste our time with this conference?
Our troops were provided by the Alliance's nobles. You know we can't act without a resolution from the Round Table, even if it is a mere formality. And anyway,
True.
the entire Alliance needs to be on the same page if we're going to coordinate our military strategy.
Well, as I said, I'm afraid there's not much House Ordelia can do, even if we are informed.
Be that as it may, we still have to get this done. Let's move on and discuss our strategy for the battles to come. This is it, folks. Right now, we need everyone focused on defending Deirdre. Here's the plan.
Okay, Claude's an excellent schemer, so I want to see where this is gonna go.
When we fought the Empire at the Great Bridge, it looked like they had a number of mercenary groups working for them.
Yes, they did.
And yet, I didn't see any sign of Gerald's company among them.
Freelancers.
It's not like that was the only battlefield, and there's no shortage of mercenary companies.
That's true. And you don't have any inkling of when the Empire is going to launch their attack on Deirdre?
No clue. They could strike tomorrow for all I know.
Yeah, they really could.
Then I imagine there's no time to waste in formulating a plan and fortifying the city's defenses.
Yep. If we lose the initiative, the battle's
sorry.
practically over.
If that's the case, then why are all of you just idling the days away?
The army
Because we
can't
can.
act until Claude returns from those meetings. It's like no one can even sneeze around here without it turning into an endless debate. A king or emperor can make things happen with a wave of their hand. But I guess it's not so simple when you're leading an alliance.
Ruling by consensus may work in peacetime, but it seems to have a distinct disadvantage during a war.
Hey, Claude's
don't
calling
say.
for us. Sounds like the round table's finally over.
We better get going. If we don't hurry, all the food will be gone.
Not the food.
It's not a banquet, you know. It's a war council. But yeah, we should move.
I'll be right there.
More importantly, not the food. Not the food.
Let's start with introductions, shall we? Allow me to present the head of House Daphnel, the Honorable...
The name's Judith. I'm joining the War Council at the invitation of our Supreme Leader here.
It is a pleasure to see you once more, Lady Judith. I am heartened to know that we will be fighting at your side.
Kiss ass.
You're Gloucester's kid, right? You've grown into quite a handsome boy over the last few years.
Ooh, okay. Keep
I'm
it there.
sure all the men here seem like little boys to someone like Judith.
Ah, Duke Goneril's daughter. You've grown quite lovely yourself. You'll be outshining me in no time.
Are you kidding?
Okay.
I've got a long way to go before I can compete with you.
I don't really know what you two were talking about, but I think I'm ready for it to be over. Let's start the briefing.
So,
Okay,
you
let me begin.
want us to hamper the Imperial Army's advance in order to delay their arrival at Deirdre?
That's right. And we'll use every bit of time we gain to tighten up our defenses around the capital in preparation.
Then we have to avoid losing too many of our allies before the battle in Deirdre.
Exactly. Hold them off as best you can, but the second you're in any real danger, I want you to fall back.
It's easy enough to order retreat after retreat, but I don't see how that's supposed to win the day.
Val, you need to really keep things down, you know? Let's ask for more
Can you
details.
be more specific? How exactly are we going to slow down the Imperial Army?
We'll use our terrain advantage to impede their progress and keep them off balance. A small force should be more than enough to handle that.
Fair,
Ultimately, our goal is just to buy time until the defenses are ready. And if we can just stop them from taking Deirdre...
Claude, I have to ask, are you expecting some kind of incredible top-secret plan from us?
Sure, I may have something up my sleeve, but it won't amount to anything if we fail to protect Deirdre. I can promise you that.
The golden scheme.
Well,
I
if we
love this
succeed,
part.
Then this plan of yours will get us out of our predicament? If that's the case.
Yes. Then there is still hope.
You kids
three
are all
hopes.
so young. Don't do anything rash and get yourselves killed, all right?
All right, let's reclaim all that time we wasted on the roundtable conferences. Watch each other's backs out there. I know we can do this.
Well said, Claudia. Well said. Okay, what's open to us? Okay, this new area. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. That's the story stuff. It took a while to load, but okay. Good to know. On a higher... You can now invite allies whom you have attained a support C or higher on expeditions. Okay. So it's like taking them out to tea. Gets it.
Got a minute?
You got a minute? For you, Claude? Anything. What do you want, Claude?
That's a tricky one.
Okay. The plan is to hamper the Imperial Army's advance while tightening our defenses. I know I came up with it, but I'm not sure we can manage it given our inferior numbers. Okay. I'm with you. Believe me, it's hard getting anything done if you need our people's
One
approval
step at a
first.
time.
Well, the Imperial Army waits for no man. I better hurry and start having about
Anyway.
orders. I had some few facilities built in preparation for the coming battle. I bet you're just dying to check them out. Well, go on. Don't be shy. Sure, it'll come in handy. Okay. What is the new record keeper? Yippee. Looked at your previous battles, yeah. Okay. There's no record keeper. You'll be able to freely select and replay any battle you've already completed. You can also select a side quest that hasn't been completed after completing a chapter. In auxiliary battles, you'll be able to use all your units, not just the one present to you at this point in the story. Oh, however, any units that have been lost in battle will be unavailable. Also note that in classic mode, you may lose units even in auxiliary battles. In auxiliary battles, persuading a unit to join you or failing to do so will not affect your roster of allies in the
Which
story.
battle do you wish to reflect on?
Oh. I'm curious. You did a good job on all of them, but yeah. What? Select a quest. No, I don't really want to, but I can. It's just nice for leveling
I'll
up.
continue gathering records of your battles.
That's nice to have for free play. What's the other ones? Blacksmith, Battalion Master, and Supply Master. Okay. I'll forge you a good weapon.
Hey there. Need something?
Okay, my durability. I want to build a really good tome for my magic users. Only have E's, but these ones have stars. Actually, let me increase the ones they have. So that and do that and forge.
Is this it?
There we go.
See you around.
Okay, glad we did that. Battalion. I don't think Battalion is needed, but it does help.
Well, well. Hello,
Hire is
you.
hiring goons. Hire. Let's hire because he'll be like, you have to do it. Let's go with swordsman.
We have some truly capable. Come back soon, all right?
Will do. And then supply master, which I don't really see the point of. Okay.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
Okay, for resources, okay. Trade smithing stones. Venistone, I'd rather make that. It just seems kind of useless. Okay,
Everything has its use.
I should get ready to go too. Okay, yes, but let's go to the trainer. Lythseia. Okay, Lythseia, Harold.
How tragic.
Come from
Hey.
her. Get thing to press.
I'll take care of this.
Let's go on an expedition because why not? We have time to kill on these rabbit horses because the rabbit horses are fun.
Let's hurry. There's no time to waste.
Auto advance. The place is all we can go to.
Let's be on our way.
Oh, I would press A on the horsies, because why not the horses? You've arrived at the vast expanse of green, natural splendor stretching out far to sea. You type your horses and gaze
It
over the meadow.
feels as though time flows slower in open spaces like this.
True. Chosen Lythseia decided to take a break. It's tea time.
I have a tendency to think I'm always right. I'm well aware I do that, but it's a difficult habit to break.
Guess I concur. No, she doesn't like that.
Right.
Oh, that was the right thing to say. Good. Someone did point this out as like taking a test, and I agree. Ask a question. What?
I like canopies. Yes, tree canopies are just so lush. Don't you agree?
Sure. Wow. Oh, that was not the right thing to say. Okay, good to know.
House Cordelia isn't descended from one of the 10 elites, but nonetheless, many of us have been born with crests over the years.
Good to know. Good to know.
And that's that.
Oh, okay. Great detail. We failed tea time.
It's been a while since I've been able to relax like that. It wasn't half bad.
Oh, shucks. Thank you. Okay. Let's go to training instructor. Because why not?
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Let's acquire class. Can any of them really upgrade? Raphael can. Let's give him the certification for that. Why not? Class attained. Good job. Awesome to brawler, yes. Let's get you a horsey. Because that would help you with your speed. I think so. That's just my 2 cents. Class attained. There we go. I meant to, but I didn't. Okay, train. No, let's actually do chores.
With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
Chore master. Sounds odd, but okay.
Care to make yourself useful?
Volunteer. Let's do this so we can get Claude in there and Marianne. Why not? As they brush the horses, the rabbit horses.
Counting on you both.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, let's get this done.
I don't know how much help I'll be, but okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Ooh,
We
that
all
increased.
must do our fair share.
Okay. We're gonna go to the war map. Okay, we have to go up there. What's that? Extra quests will appear on the war map. Every extra quest will offer a chance to numerous new rewards, materials, and monsters. Extra quests will disappear on their own. Counter reaches 0. The counter will decrease each time a new region is captured. Okay. So in other words, you gotta take care of this place first. In other words, you have no choice to do that. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, Ches, Raphael. I want to change you to
There's no time
Lythseia.
to waste.
Units, advantage of battle. Oh, there has to be like a level recommendation. Okay, I get it. Okay, so complete in 7 minutes.
The fight starts
Let's
now.
do this.
Everyone ready?
Oh, this is awesome.
You can count on me.
You get
and my
okay, so it's 10 minutes, but you get S rank for completing that amount of time. Okay. Seize the strongholds. Okay. Easier. It's actually kind of easy when you think about it, as I head in the wrong direction. So yeah. Okay. Up we go. So I seize the bases in 9 minutes. I don't know, I could also get some experience from being the heck out of you guys, but okay. I don't know if level 15 is gonna play anymore. It looks like 9 is the level we were previous at, so I'm not as concerned as you want to think, but yeah. Still concerned. Let me set my units out to capture places, because they're not really doing anything.
All right, here I go.
I'd rather Claw go after this one because he is
Let's try
faster.
this. Let's see how this goes.
Which works, and then Lythseia to they're level 12, so I think 15 is fine. Just my 2 cents in the situation. There we go, and it's done. There we go. Okay, I want to capture the base, so we're like 3 levels ahead of where we need to be.
All right, take it down.
More than that, actually. So I'm curious to see what the next level location recommendation level is going to be.
Time to attack.
Well said, Raphael. Well said. There we go. That didn't do a lot of damage. I'm okay with it. All things considered, I think. I don't know. There we go. And now destroy you because it just works for some reason. Okay. And yes. Come on. There we go. And the tornado effect. I love the tornado effect because it's just so awesome. And then we can use this move. We're not teamed up with anyone, so it won't be a double type move, which is like the wrestling thing, tag teaming. It's tag teaming. It should be called tag teaming. I'm gonna play as Lythseia for a bit because I changed up the moves a little bit.
Things have taken a turn for the worse. We must regain our footing or else.
Oh, that takes your health. That explains why. I was like, why is she get damaged a lot from that? It's like, oh, because it takes us more of her health. Well, she's not the strongest against brawlers. We're gonna spam that move because I was spamming it.
Of course I did it.
Whoa, she is the weakest unit. Wow.
No time to slow down.
This doesn't look good.
Okay, Demon Beast to show up. I need to be smart about how I use my moves. Ooh, boy.
You can count on me.
I'm gonna have you run because you're fairly weak.
No problem, I got it.
Oh, Pegasus Knight. You should be like strong against him because you have the arrow. That's like a perfect match because you can just destroy them. All joking aside, he is pretty overpowered with that because it is his ideal unit to destroy. Let's take care of it with Honey Badger because I will not call Honey Badger anything else but Honey Badger because Honey Badger is awesome. So yeah. Okay, that just hurt a horse, so glad we did that. Okay, I seized the strongholds. New commander. Okay, gotta deal with the mercenaries, because, yeah. Okay. Take that. Oh, come on. He's just poking out. Oh, Honey Badger, you are too great. We're using a rock.
My muscles always win the day.
That is great, Honey Badger. That is purely great. That is pure awesomeness. Okay, and then focus on them. Ow. Okay, and then we can fight you. Defeat the soldier. Come on. There we go. Okay. Okay, I didn't know if we were going after you or the demon beast, but okay. I should not have brought Lythseia out because she has some pretty weak HP. I rather should have brought her in as a support and have me support her. There we go. Yeah, she's almost dead. I'm gonna take care of the demonic beasts because that's gonna be a problem. Oh, it's one of these expert demonic beasts. Okay, good to know. Okay, that just worked, I guess. I love overexposing the combos because why not? It just works. Oh, they already did. It only has one bar? That's surprising. It really is, because I didn't think it would only have one bar. Unless it's a really tough one. No, because it's still hitting and screaming. Not who I wanted to focus on. I wanted to focus on the demon, because I wanted to focus on the demon. Where's everyone? Where's Claude? I want Claude over here.
Let's try this.
Over here. Why not? We're doing like nothing compared to it. Damage! Nope. Dodge. Tornado, that should at least do something in theory because it's a tornado of blades. It took a while to dodge that thing, but okay. Claw, you're here.
No problem. I got it.
Claw, go. Do your arrow thing. And then we go and we destroy the expert demonic beast. Because why not? No, the mission was to defeat that, okay?
No one's a match for my brawn.
True, Raphael, but you are awesome. Yeah, Raphael is Honey Badger. Honey Badger is awesome. Okay, we got A ranks. That's not bad. Claw's MVP, which makes sense because he is truly awesome. I appreciate the Jew because then I can level up my team. Wow. Sorry. This game is very has a lot in it, which is good. 10 strategy resources. Cool. Thanks for taking me back to the town.
Looks like the Imperial Army has finally begun their march in
Story
earnest.
stuff. Cool.
And they're headed straight for Deirdre.
Okay, but what's the problem? This is exactly what you thought would happen.
True enough. But even if I read the enemy perfectly and our allies do their absolute best, I can't do a thing about the odds. In the end, it's still a coin toss. It never should have come to this. If only I'd managed everything better in the first place.
Hey, don't beat yourself up about it. That's not like you.
Yeah, don't beat yourself over it.
There was no avoiding this situation, regardless of who was leading the Alliance. In fact, I bet things would be a whole lot worse if it was someone else.
True.
Maybe, but I'm not so sure. I can't help but feel there was another way I could have handled this.
Maybe.
I had all these grand ambitions when I became leader. So much I wanted to achieve. But there's no time for any of that now. I've got my hands full just trying to keep the Alliance safe. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Tell me, friend. What should I do next?
Oh,
Why are you
that's a great
asking
question.
me? I'm no fortune teller.
Fair point. I guess all we can do now is keep moving forward. One foot in front of the other.
Fair enough.
Do you think your leader is all right? He seems a bit worn out.
You don't dare talk about Claude like that.
Well, I tried to cheer him up.
He is precious
but I
to
don't
me and
think it
precious
did
to you
much.
too, Arvel. Don't you dare talk about him like that.
Ultimately, all I can do is my best. It's probably the only thing that'll actually help Claude anyway.
Odd way of saying, but okay.